All right, all right. Here we go. This is how it works. Hey, what's up, good people? All right, so we coming to you live like we do every Tuesday at our new time. It's about to be our old time at this point, but it's our new time still. I'm gonna take advantage of it as long as I can. 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Welcome to BP Live on a Black Executive Perspective. I'm your host, Chris P. Reed.
Hey, and I'm trying to fill in for Big Shoes for Tony, trying to do this thing. So we're here to cut through the noise, get straight to what matters. You know, all the politics, leadership, the culture, the filtering. No filtering here. No safe takes. Getting right to what matters: the honesty, the dialogue, the accountability. That's what we do on this show. So I know you got something. So what you got tonight?
Oh man, you know what? It's interesting because this your third appearance. You ain't company no more. You can go get your own stuff out the refrigerator, right? We here now, so ain't no, too cool to be embarrassed. But you know what? I wanted to bring something heavy this evening because I knew you could handle it. But and we've had slight conversations about it in the past, but nothing too deep like this. But I wanted to talk about um, struggle and and in the instance of when communities struggle and when people fall behind, when opportunities seem out of reach, what's the driver for those outcomes? Do you believe, and y'all can obviously chime in, this what we're here for to cook up with y'all. Do you believe it's race or do you believe it's money? Let me go here first because I see your shoulders leaning. Look, every time this conversation come up, folks, I ain't gonna say which folks, but you'll know the folks. They bring up Oprah, they bring up Michael Jordan, Jay Z, Kanye and them. That's getting that bread. Rihanna, that's getting that
Right?
bread. And they say if they made it, then what is we talking about? Yeah, we got some in there. But if that's true, that would mean that every white person could become a billionaire. Since you got examples there, that means if you saying I didn't get it because they got it, I should be able to get it. I should be having the same conversations because I'm telling you, the people that's telling me this about Jay Z, Kanye, Oprah, they not billionaires talking to me. It'd be different if it was Warren Buffett giving me this game. These
Right.
just regular regulars like myself, saying these things. So the instance is, I think people overlook the dynamics of race and bread. You know what I'm saying? How wealth and we all, now that's on the internet, generational wealth, and all these people be talking this junk about generational wealth. But is it a primary divide in the United States specifically? And we got to be honest. Is there a difference between capitalism and racism? So that's what we on this evening.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
You
So
want to do that? You want to do that then?
yeah, I think it's gonna be good for us. Before we get too deep into it, first of all, thank y'all for tuning in. But this is the part where we tell the sponsors, hey, make sure that y'all get in with us. This will be where you get your stuff plugged and get your name out there with some cool cats. And we'll rock with you. Just reach out to us. Let us know at a Black Exec, and we'll figure out how to get you into the system. All right. So let's start with that because freedom or death, we shall all be moved. And you got your freedom, so what you complaining about?
Who has their freedom?
You listen, here's the situation. I'm gonna keep it simple. You
Okay.
eat what you want, you drive what you want, you live where you want, and you work where you want.
Is it?
I don't see the problem here.
You don't see the problem. Is that what you think? Because if people live where they want, it's gonna be
That's right.
Oprah's house, right? We can't live where we want. We don't
Look,
have. We don't drive what we want. Everybody got a Bugatti.
here's the situation. You holding you back from that. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you so desire, you too, my brother, could have that Bugatti with 12s in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't pick a lane. You know what I'm saying?
First, your intro was nice. I mean, it was
Okay.
good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I
Thank you. This
want
is what I do for a living.
I want to educate people.
Okay.
I know we don't do it, and most people who are wise don't do it. But if anyone is listening that is younger, just starting their career, high school, junior high, kids, never use outliers as your template.
Where do you get examples from though? if not for the outlier, if not for the inspiration, if not for the Moseses, we can't never get out this land.
Where do you get examples from? Is what you said, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't use examples. You don't use one example,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Just
All right.
because I'm taller than Spud Webb,
Okay.
but
Okay.
just because he can dunk,
Yeah.
don't mean that everybody can dunk.
Correlation, causation. I'm
Right?
feeling you. I'm feeling you.
Just because that's like saying if Shaq did it, you can do it. Well, there's a couple things Shaq has that you know.
Qualifiers.
Right.
There's some qualifiers. I'm
A couple
feeling you. I'm
things had
feeling
to
you, bro.
happen in his life
Right. Right. Right.
to
Right.
have that happen.
Right.
You can't use Oprah and have a family.
Oh. 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 That was tough, bruh. That was tough. That was uncomfortable for me.
Okay, I'm so damn sorry to hear that. But Oprah did some grinding. It's some
Yes, she did.
sacrifices that she
Yes, she
had
did.
to make.
Yes,
There's
she
some
did.
things she had to do. So if you're at home with your 5 kids and want to raise and be a good mother, you
Mhm.
probably can't use her as a template. You can grab
Okay.
things from her. And I
Okay.
like when you said, where do you get your examples from?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You use a lot of people. You use a
Yeah.
lot of successes to
Yeah.
determine your correct path that would fit your strengths, would fit your personality. So
Right.
never use an outlier as your template. Don't use social media as your template because they probably don't even have that house. The pool probably don't even work.
But let me ask you this: in that same vein, are you using the man as an excuse? And is the man an outlier in your example? Because the man is multiple angles of things that could be holding you back.
Do you use it as an excuse?
Yes. Or a reason if you believe hard enough.
Yeah, yeah, I was going with reason. So if it truly happens to you and you have evidence, it's a reason.
Let
Ev-
me ask you, because here's the situation. Somebody where I'm from would say if you got evidence, that's called a lawsuit. Because they not allowed, it shouldn't be a situation, I'm not going to say they, it shouldn't be a situation where you're allowed to be discriminated against because of the hue of your skin that is holding you back from greatness. But I hear a lot that, man, they're not trying to hire, or they're not trying to let me get that jumbo loan. That fill in the blank here, and that seems to be outlier talk.
you think there's outlier talk?
Yes, because it's not substantiated by anything except your personal experience. If you had a gang of data, if you had a whole bunch of low spades and you said John, Bill, me, Tina, Ralph, all of us went to that bank and they all said no with the exact same reason, copy paste. That's a different conversation. That should be a lawsuit though. So
It
what is
is
we
a
talking
lawsuit.
about?
It is a
Okay.
lawsuit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Wells Fargo, I hope that's not a sponsor.
Okay. Right. Not yet. We'll see. We'll see. We get one of the competitors. We keep talking. We get one of the competitors.
Now, it was proven that they were discriminating against home ownership with minorities.
Okay. Redlining. Okay.
Yeah, it was a class action. Well, it
Okay.
was yeah, it was
Okay.
the approving the loans at a,
Okay.
at a disadvantage.
Okay.
There was a huge lawsuit.
Okay.
I could have owned a home at that time. Let's say, I mean, it was probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
But if if I would have stopped there, or if all of them did it, then I couldn't have owned a home.
Right.
But they denied me,
Okay.
and the lawyers figured out. I guess they had to turn over evidence, and it was a lawsuit.
Okay.
And they sent me my $27.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. Because it was you and a whole bunch of people. You and a gang of people went in on the lottery ticket.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
How is that just? It's a lawsuit, but how,
Okay.
how is it just? How does the $27 really rectify the situation?
Got you. Got you. I guess the situation is we had a conversation about the American Dream a couple shows back. And is the American Dream still alive or dead and this and that? I think that the opportunity I haven't seen where it's just been flat out in my experience, my situation. I've seen where I didn't get what I was going for or what I thought I worked for or what I thought I deserved. And the first thing I didn't jump to was, are they hating because I'm black? But you and your folks You know what I'm saying? That's one of the first gears that y'all shift into. Why do y'all vehicles work like that?
Because it's happened so often.
Oh, you
Why,
saying it's
why
the way, like the Mandalorian.
yeah, why would you go another route? Why,
Right,
why go another route if that's the
right.
first reason why most things, if you could start with education, you can start with, I mean, and you're taught it as you're growing
Hmm.
up.
Hmm.
So we know it's there. So if things are level, then I would have had a better chance. It's like watching a race.
Right,
There's no obstacles is in your lane, and I have hurdles. You
right,
probably gonna win every time.
right, right. But here's the situation. Okay, in the idea of in a race, there's somebody that's finishing first. I believe that you finishing a race is its own reward. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Sticking through it and making it happen. But don't you believe it's too much counting? If I'm worried about that Tad not only got through the race X number of seconds faster, he's not as tired as I am. He doesn't have to do this, that. Is my goal just to get to the race? Let's put it into economic terms.
Okay.
My goal is to get a gig that's making the whole six figures, right?
Hmm.
Whole nother pod. We'll jump on that later for y'all. Six figures. My whole goal is to get six figures. So I went to school with this cat, and he came out 2 years later, six figures. It took me 6 more years to get to six figures. Why am I counting his steps?
You should because it's the same race.
But,
It
but
has
my goal,
the track has 8 lanes.
I'm feeling okay, okay,
It's not to finish. If you finish dead last, you don't get no medals.
okay,
You
okay.
trying to medal. That's how you race.
Okay.
That's how you compete.
Okay. Got you. Got you. So it's not just enough for you don't do participation trophies.
No, I
You try
got
to win this
those
thing.
purple ribbons. I throw them in the trash.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. That makes sense because yeah, I just think that people use that as a crutch. If I hadn't have did this, I would have been. If that hadn't happened, man, if they wasn't tripping at the post office, I would have had a government job. If you know what I'm saying, they be tripping on. It used to be tripping on weed, tripping on this, tripping on that. I got arrested one time and for 2 parking tickets, and that's why I couldn't be the CEO of this place. It's always a situation where these barriers seem to be very illuminated, but a lot of it is speculate. A lot of it, to me, is not substantiated with anything because you got the examples of great Black Americans that have wealth in a capitalistic dynamic where they go and get it. And this is beyond the entrepreneurship. I'm not an entrepreneur. You know this. Tony is a big entrepreneur. Build your own business. Start your own this. Don't work for nobody else. That shit is hard. It
It's hard.
sound cute. That
It's hard.
sound real cute until you only eat when you hunt. You know what I'm saying? It sound real cute.
We,
So
we can
it,
talk
it
about that another day too.
yeah, that's right. So my thought process is when I see myself get to it, I'm like, okay, who am I that's better than the next man or the next man? I made a left when they made a right, this, that, and the third. But if I'm here, I have no doubt that somebody else could and should be here as well. What do you feel like it's hold? Because I don't want to believe, and you could teach me here. I don't want to believe it's just purely racism. I believe this ability to get the bread. And I'm gonna say this: if the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and my enemy is poverty, and white dude enemy is poverty, we should be teaming up to get this bread. I think everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants to get it. Have you ever met the dude that said, it's there for us. This $100,000 is there for us, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hurt myself to not get this bread because you Black. That don't even make sense.
How, how are they hurting themselves?
Because it's because it's enough money out there. If you understand anything about money, from whether it be the PPP loans or these stimulus checks or whatever, they just make up money, bro. Money is it's just a concept at this point. Whether it be crypto or whatever, it's not even real. It's not tangible. It's just numbers somewhere, and then you assign the numbers. So I don't want to get into the economic side of it, but the fact is, because it's a plethora of it, it's out there for you. And it's people that get it by any means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By any means. So, but the money's not discriminating. The money will let anybody spend it. The money will let anybody come take it.
Anybody spend it, yeah, but
Yeah.
get it. No, the money
Oh,
doesn't mean anybody
the
get
money stingy. The money is not non-denominational.
the laws that they put in place. They don't let you just make the same thing. So let's talk about Buddy at the post office.
Okay, okay.
And I know this to happen in real life. Two
I know
people.
you got ties to the post office. I know you got ties to the post office.
Oh, no, not the post office. Just this
Oh,
situation. Just the weed situation.
okay, okay.
Two
Right.
people came back with a dirty test.
Okay.
One was white, one was black. The black
Okay.
guy got let go. Okay. No matter what the story, they got caught
Okay.
with weed.
Yep.
The
Yep.
black
Yep.
guy got let go.
Okay.
The white guy got to stay.
Okay.
The police pull minorities over at 3 times the rate.
Okay.
So you saying the
Okay.
dude went to jail?
Okay.
All of that is systemic.
Got you.
And
Okay.
then they probably used that he went to jail for parking tickets as a reason not to hire him.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's,
Got you.
for some jobs, you can have 50 felonies and be the president.
Why would you say for some jobs and then say the president?
I wanted to throw you off.
Okay. So let's check this out. What's up, Sal? Appreciate you coming through. Long time, all the time. Sal said, choices we make in life, responsibility and decisions of our choices determine the fate. Our decisions shape our destiny. What say you to that? Because Sal said it's all about your choices.
I disagree. I mean,
Okay.
it's your choices do have something to do with it. So I say I agree with some of it.
Okay.
But it's also when the system is against you, then they kind of sway your choices. You can do the right thing all you want, but if they don't want you and don't want to give you an opportunity or don't want to see you do better than their kids or their friends and all, you're not going to succeed. You can choose. It's plenty of people who have been to jail with master degrees that just don't want to cut their locks off. They can't get employment. So if you're saying that's a choice, is maybe it's a choice of not to conform, but why should you have to?
Because of the outcome. You should have to because you understood the rules when you stepped into the arena. No fish hooks, no eye gouging, no nut grabbing.
No, you don't
Everything
understand.
else is on.
You don't understand the rules, and this is another real life situation.
Okay, okay, okay. You got a lot of life on you, bro.
I do.
I
I do.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
A lady got her promotion
Okay.
with tattoos and purple hair. Now everybody in this chat know that she was white. Because if she's black, she don't.
You didn't even have to say that. That was right. You can
Right.
start.
Everybody knows this. I didn't have to say the race, but I just wanted to say it. So it's not level. You don't know the rules because they said bring your true self to work. You can be you. You can be no.
I, my issue with that is I was programmed to be clean, buttoned up, check off boxes, and then you'll get your image. What is it? It's production, image, and exposure. So the image part was something I was trying to put in on. And then I seen cats coming in with gym shoes on
Right?
and different looks and different things. So I give folks the benefit of the doubt in this regard. If I see this before the beards of the pandemic, so if I see white cat come in looking scruffy like he slept in his car, my first thought, because of where we are in this tower, is that he must be smart as hell. He must be. When you see a real fat executive, he must be brilliant. You know what I'm saying? So I give them the qualifier as to why they're allowed to not fit into the norm, because it has to be something else that's making them make the cut. In the idea of you making this, I'm not going to blame you, bro. I'm not going to victim shame
You
you.
can. I don't care.
It can't be as simple as if you don't present completely in this mode of safety, because they want the safe one. You know what I'm saying? You want to be one of the good ones, one of the safe ones. If you don't present in the idea of safety, then you significantly diminish your opportunities regardless of production. I am a believer in data. I believe that if my numbers, if my spades is bigger than his spades, we can go to the mat and show it. So why are you saying that that's not the case? Why are you saying that if I book more than this person book, and every time the sheet come up, I'm at the top, or my sales, think about sales. This is why you can thrive in sales because it's transparent, as easy as this.
Go ahead.
Right. But if you leading in sales, you leading in sales. Who gonna tell you you shouldn't be the next director of sales or the next whatever of sales? This is what you do. This is what you're good at. Those receipts do matter. And I don't want to make it seem as if to these young people, we got so many young people that listen to us and is influenced by this pod. We make it seem like that they shouldn't even worry about accumulating the receipts because the game is foul and the refs is dirty.
I mean, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, then back the sucker up.
That's what I wanted to say, but it wasn't that clean. That's because it is. Like, even in your example, though, just think, it's plenty of smart people, and even in sales, if you're a good seller, then you're a good seller, and you can be a good seller. But when it's time to become the VP of sales, I don't care what you used to do. Don't come in here with your hair braided.
Right.
Don't say hi to 4 or 5 other minorities.
Right.
It's
Don't be clicked up.
Yeah, but let's say if you're another race, then yeah, you did so good in sales. That's the reason why I promoted them.
Let me know what y'all feel out there on the chat.
Please do.
I feel like if it's about making money, then you've seen multiple instances where Ghost and Tommy can get together for this money. Like this money, we live in a country that's capitalistic. It's opportunistic. And so if there's an opportunity to make money, you gonna make them. Even in the movie Sinners, they sold them the juke joint. You know what I'm saying? If they was that race, now they tried to come kill him at the back end. Let's not worry about that part. On the front end, they sold him the spot because they had enough bread to get it. Did they pay more than market value? Probably. If I want to live wherever, I don't think that it can be stopped. I don't know if you know the story about Master P was in Louisiana and wanted to buy this crib by the governor. And they told him, no, he couldn't get it. So he did some workarounds and bought the neighborhood or whatever the case may be. Bread talks, but money talks. Money talks. So the idea that everything is racist, no, it's capitalist.
Money talks. So you had to buy the whole neighborhood?
Why not? I got it. Why not?
But why doesn't any other race have to buy the whole neighborhood? Why do I have to buy the whole neighborhood? And let's go to Sinners. Go ahead. They sold them the place, right?
They did.
They paid too much for it.
They overpaid. Yep.
And didn't tell them that that's where the vampires be coming eating people.
I don't think that was part of the lease agreement.
Why was they there? Why was they there? They knew that. They knew something was wrong with that place.
Listen,
they didn't put in the good place with the good juke joint district.
Let me tell you something about these United States, or these states of America. I ain't even gonna call them United, but these states of America. This situation where people can be paid off is real. This situation where in foreign countries you hear about all the time, bribery and this like that. That's what corruption is, bro. We are the nation of corrupt people. Corruption is money based. It's not religious based. They don't care if you Jew, Gentile, Philistine, Palestine. They could care less. If you pay these mugs, they will do whatever you need to. That's why Supreme Courts is being. These justices don't do paper trails or where the bread come from or the RV. You know what I'm saying? They're not caring about whose jet is this. They care about being on the private jet. So I think the concept of racism being thrown up all the time is distracting us from. It's really just a pay game. It's a pay to play type of scheme. If you think about, they always say follow the money. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I don't follow who's up there because, as you know, it could be 3 or 4 of us up there, and that's probably the end of it. I ain't got a chance again anyway. but I know where my weight class is. I know where my financial place sits me as far as being able to get into places. Let me get before you respond. Let me get to Cena Banks. And Cena Banks said, because this is why it started with Chris has a good point. I ain't read the rest of it, but let me do that now.
All right.
Chris has a good point from a sales perspective. Numbers don't lie, and the numbers don't have a color. See, beautiful
I
people
didn't
can know
disagree
the
with
language.
that. I didn't disagree.
But also being number one in sales still doesn't guarantee promotion.
Exactly.
You doing it. Listen to me now. I'm not talking about salesman of the week, salesman of the month. At some point in time, you smart enough to be that good a salesman. You know, okay, I've been here on time most of the time, even when it rains. When we talk of promotion, there's cycles to this. It can't be what I'm saying is in this dynamic that we're talking about. You salesman of the month, salesman of the week, you doing the damn thing. You the underground hit moving things, right? All of a sudden, Bob, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Bob gets promoted.
Sales, right.
There's some questions that have to be asked there, and this is the moment where you have to stand up for yourself and say, hold up. Go ahead.
What questions has to be asked? Well, you said ask. What question has to be answered?
How did Bob get this and I didn't when I got these and I'm throwing out these receipts? What is we doing? What was the criteria? How does this happen? Because I was under the impression because of how you got it. I was told you was the man you used to sell everything. You sell Eskimo ice cubes, right? And then you were the boss. So I'm following them footsteps. What happened to that trail? Got to de-will it.
It's whatever Bob has that you don't have that they'll use, and that's not against the law. Bob also sold cars. So since he's so diverse in sales, that's why we promoted him. That's not the real reason, but that's what they use. You think they actually give you a real reason why they didn't select you every time? Or most of the time?
Yeah.
Do you really believe that?
Okay. I feel like if you have to live like that, it's a sad existence because you live in looking over your shoulders and wondering, you feel like you running upstream, you swimming upstream, or you running uphill, meaning that no matter what I do, it don't matter. You can't live a life where no matter what I do, it ain't for me, because the Bible says what's for you is for you. But if nothing's for you, what are we even doing here? Why are we even trying so hard? Why are we sweaty? Why are we staying late working on Sundays? It's hard for me to conceptualize the effort, the return on investment. It's hard for me to conceptualize the return on investment. Now, I'm not saying, what I will agree with you and other folks on this chat is the output is not always going to be the same at that time. Or this bonus might not be for you or the 10%, 15%, whatever percentage game. But what I refuse to believe is he done brought me this far to drop me off here. I refuse to believe that I'm putting in all this grinding and this and that, and my kids still can't get into the school. Like we don't need a scholarship. We don't need financial aid. You just saying we don't want your kind over here? That they don't. Where are they still doing that, Cam? Bro, you make it seem like they saying it.
Still doing
You saying this. I hate that you saying this. Cause let me go to this with Mojo. Mojo said, as my good people say, it's yes and both. Pick a lane, Mojo. There's systemic discrimination in addition to the drive and the goal of the person.
That's right.
Okay. Man. But you should still ask the question whether you believe it or not. Thank you, Felicia. The climb. Join the climb. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Felicia. And then Tony Joe, oh my boy. All right. It's the numbers. It's the numbers and the gatekeepers. If the gatekeeper is racist. Okay, let's transition into that, bro.
Okay.
Because if a race, this is going to get me in so much trouble. This is the uncomfortable part. You can be racist and effectively benefit the constituents. Meaning, how you was raised and how you believe and what you think does not always have a direct correlation to how things go down. Let me give you a great example historically, right? You know what I'm saying? Because Elvis was a hero to most. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't mean nothing to me.
So in the situation with Lyndon Baines Johnson, okay? Lyndon Johnson was the president. He was caught saying, if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, then you got a chance. You put us in. That's obviously a racist comment. He also signed in the affirmative action. He signed in things that helped black communities while he was their president. So his job, what he did, was beneficial to us as black folks. Who he was could give a damn. Like he could separate them, he can compartmentalize. So when we think that just because this person is racist, they don't mean me no good, I don't buy into that because of examples, plural. Richard Nixon, same situation. He put in Affordable Housing Act. Richard Nixon, he said some racist stuff. So the concept of, but they're doing things because we are able to lobby and boycott. Once again, this is how protest is. The money. Protest most effective tool is the boycott. Somebody tell me I'm wrong on that. Somebody tell me when you start messing with their money, I almost said something, my mama would have been mad. If you start messing with their money, you all of a sudden get attention like a gun blast. Nothing is more effective than when you start fooling with pockets. The capitalism beats the racism. Tell me why not?
Why do you even have to boycott? Where are these affordable homes? It ain't in Highland Park.
I agree. Okay.
It's the systemic racism. You think, oh, he's doing good for the black community. He giving us affordable ghetto homes. Come on,
You
man.
say ghetto homes like black jobs. I don't like that type of language.
Affordable ghetto homes. You ain't doing nothing to Wells Fargo for not giving home loans to those qualified.
They find them. That's how you got your $27. You being a little insatiable, cuz like that came from somewhere.
Yeah, they find them. But what do people who are immoral do when they get fined? Do they, oh, okay, I have changed my life. Now I'm going to lend to everybody. No, I'm going to lend to a couple. Then I'm going to make sure we don't get caught again.
And make my monthly fees go up. I got you. They get it up out the people.
Yeah, don't think
They
it just
get it
went
up out
away
the
because they got sued one time. They get back up. They dust themselves off and try again.
But look at it like this. Your community, okay? And when I say your community, I'm talking about your physical community. You live in a nice community. It would not surprise me that white folks live next door or down the street. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me that there's a diverse dynamic to your community. And the reason why it is a diverse dynamic to your community is because you can afford to live there just like they can afford to live there. So when you talk about Wells Fargo not allowing people to do this and that, how do we have so many? We do have pockets of the Highland Parks or whatever it can be. But I'm telling you, you're making it seem as if nobody black live in Highland Park. That's wrong. That's not factually correct. Them people paid to get in that 28,000 square foot crib.
I didn't say that no black people lived over there,
Okay,
but
cool. All right.
aren't you surprised that no white people live in Oak Cliff?
It is some white people that live in Oak Cliff. Didn't Oak Cliff start off white and then got reverse gentrified? Reverse gentrified. I don't even know if that's a term.
It makes sense. So it should be added. So you said there are some people like you surprised, but that means it's a couple. And then
Okay.
did they have to go through the exact same process that that their next door neighbor went through? No, they had to do more. And that's the part that's the racism.
Okay, so in your opinion, your views, racism is the process or the journey in which you have to take that's not equal or equitable to somebody else's journey.
Based on race, yes.
Based on, oh God, you got me. All right, cool. All right, let me go to these. Let me go to these people because
You
they
gotta
say
add that part. You can't trap me in it.
they saying stuff. All right, it's about exposure, drive, and unwillingness to lose by any means necessary. So this is what I'm saying. If I have a goal to be a millionaire, remember we had the little mentor. He was like, "I want to be a millionaire." This, that.
We
In
had
this
to make sure
country,
that was
in this country, if somebody says that, no matter what color they are, that's not a crazy statement. Would you agree with that? I'm 22 years old and I want to be a millionaire. No matter what they look like, you're not saying that's crazy. In the 30s, in the 20s, in the 1800s, if a black person was talking about being a millionaire, you got to go get them checked for something. That's crazy talk.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
that's
not
not
the
crazy.
case anymore.
Not crazy.
That's not crazy. So therefore opportunities do exist. Now, by any means, there ain't nobody robbing banks and trains no more. But what she's saying is you go get your paperwork together. You go get your credit set up. You go, you know what I'm saying, connect with folks and make it happen. Because the one thing that connects people is this socioeconomic status. All of a sudden, listen, it's plenty of times I'm at the grocery store with a hat on and walk by neighbors and coworkers and they have no idea it's me because I don't wear a hat at my job. But when I'm there with them, I am them. I'm in that community. So the concept of community to me is more financial and socioeconomic than it is racial.
They just told you that you weren't really in the community after hours.
I know.
But you put that hat on, they said we don't know you. We know you at work. They just told you that you weren't.
They only know me in a suit. They only know me in a suit.
So do you think you paid your way into the community?
I am of the belief you can OJ bought his freedom because of his bread. Like OJ would have been under the jail in that first one. Now that second one was he just pushed the system a little bit. But that first one with the Bronco, OJ bought his freedom with them with Johnny Cochran and them and Kim Kardashian and them daddy. Like he bought that. Let's keep it real. You don't believe that?
Yeah, but I think that's an outlier again.
Oh damn. I'm giving you the examples of capitalism beating racism, and you keep shit.
Average, and we just had I don't want to get too political on here, but we just had a situation where a guy was sentenced to way longer than someone of the majority race would have been sentenced to.
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, what's your example?" We got an example.
Yeah.
It's Trayvon.
Yeah.
And he's free.
Yeah.
So yeah, OJ is an outlier, and he had to get a dream team. He didn't have one good lawyer. He had a dream team.
Yeah, the Martin Luther King had a dream team, right?
Yeah, right. Let's say it was Elvis in court.
Right.
He would have had one lawyer. He would have went home and put on his blue suede shoes.
Right. I understand that. That. Let me say this. So here was the situation. At the end of the day, sales department runs the numbers company, evaluates you on revenue you bring in, not the background or who you are. It's the number. When you go into these situations, these numbers do matter. To act like somebody is, I'm not saying it's blind, like justice and all that. Obviously, justice is obviously got big eyes, 20 to 30 vision. Mm-hmm. And sees all the cracks and crevices. If this person that just got convicted and over sentenced had bread, if they had been black with bread, if that had been one of Deion boys, you know what I'm saying, from Texas,
right,
totally different. I don't see that same outcome.
So if the salesperson is on the interview with purple hair. And they're black. They don't even get that opportunity to bring those numbers. That's what I'm talking about. They may be an excellent seller.
I got you. So the conforming is where you feel like where the racism really rears its ugly head is the fact that you got to fit into a box and dance the jig and, you know what I'm saying, make folks comfortable. Because that level of discomfort is driving a lot of policies nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to do 3, 4, 5 times more work and have credentials to even be considered.
All right, so let me read this because now y'all bothering me with this not picking the lane. He said, "I agree with Chris, but it's capitalism, but it's also systemic. every other race out there, except for Black Americans." We were taught to grab, and not help the next man. But, okay, I don't know if that's necessarily... Here's the situation. When you're in the Thunderdome, it is. when you in the frying pan, when you in the Thunderdome, self-preservation is the number one instinct. I was just explaining this to my 12-year-old. Like your desire to stay alive, to is self-preservation and species proliferation. So the first thing you want to do is stay alive. Second thing you want to do is pass on your genes. These are animalistic, things that happen. So the desire to make sure that you in the race or make sure that you staying alive is going to be high. If you have people that don't mean you good, that's trying to make sure even if it's off your plate, they got to eat. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? In that regard. But you also have the opportunity, what I was saying earlier that you was chastising me for, you can buy out of that. You can buy out of that level of discomfort. You can buy out of that.
And I know you hate this reference, but I have to bring it up for the people.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's just the most popular one. It was over 50 thriving black cities. But let's look at Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's a black city. There's no racism. They're thriving. Then, when the other cities see that they're thriving, that's when they come in and use whatever term you want to
It's
use
necessary.
for a reason. But yeah, if a guy thought a black guy was doing something to a white woman, you don't burn 12,000 homes because of that.
Right.
That he didn't do that alone. And
Right.
then also to Tony's point, racism, we kill ourselves. So in Tulsa, if a hamburger is $12, you pay the $12 and keep that money circulating in that city. The capitalism is fine.
Got you.
But we're racist to ourselves now. We're programmed to, if you're selling $12 hamburgers, I'm like, hey man, we know each other. Go and let me get that burger for $8.
Yes.
You
The
will go,
hookup.
yeah, but you will go to McDonald's. I won't say you'll go to Chili's,
Okay.
buy the same hamburger,
Yep.
pay $12 and leave a damn tip.
Yep. Yep.
That's racist against yourself, your own kind.
I think it's saddening to believe that you can't buy your get out of jail free cards, or you can't buy your way. And I'm not just talking about currency. I'm talking about with education. I'm talking about with hygiene. I'm talking some of the things you saying. Look, man. I remember years ago. How long ago was that? How long ago was that? My man said you was looking the part.
Probably 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, about 15, about 15. But
Roughly,
hey,
okay.
we downtown working at this company, and we suited and booted, and we walking down the street, and the man says to this gentleman here, "I see you, brother, looking the part, boy. You're looking the part." Why was you offended by that?
I was offended because I wasn't trying to look a certain part or fit into any type of mold. I was just wearing the clothes that I felt comfortable in. So I felt like he was telling me that I was trying to be like somebody else or trying to look like them to succeed. That's why. I mean, he never knew. I said appreciate you, and he looked proud of me. So I didn't want to break his heart.
Absolutely. Here we go. Appearance is also representation of the company you work for. Dress to secure the professionalism, increase your value. Impression, that image, the image does matter, and it's. I mean, you look at some of the. I don't want to get into gender dynamics, but when you look at women that are of high status on the Forbes and the Fortune and this and that, it ain't no corpulent kind of booger wolves, sitting up there making $20 million a year. They done clean themselves up. You know what I'm saying? They look presentable. They look like they could, represent the situation well from a aesthetic perspective. Now, we got to get over this fact that the CEO got the highest test scores. That's just not how life works. It's too subjective. And so, but subjective and capitalist doesn't mean racist. We conveniently use racism. The president is racist. I've said it here. Sorry. I'll get in trouble later for this. He is racist. But to say that everything he does has a racial undertone, he's just bad at his job holistically. There are also white folks being hurt by his policies. There's also Muslim. There's also foreigners. It's not just we happen to care because it affects us. If it was a situation just like when Barack got in, they was like, "Oh, okay, Barack gonna get in." That wasn't his goal. He didn't say, when I get in, I'm gonna leave the back door open and then y'all can come in and muddy up the couch. You know what I'm saying? No. It was a situation where he got in and he was effective at the things he felt needed to be effective. We wanted first seat. We wanted the ticket, you know what I'm saying? First, fix our stuff first. Fix the potholes in Chicago, fix this, fix that. And he had other things he had going on. Healthcare, the Obamacare. Like, it's some things we conveniently forget some of the big sweeping things because it didn't necessarily affect us directly. It affected the marginalized and the overarching civilization, the country as a whole. But he did some things. He had some stuff that he put together. It just wasn't all black. You know what I'm saying? I got my quotation figures up for whoever listening on the treadmill. Black. It was. It was. So when you talk about being good at your job, I believe, just like the examples I gave you earlier with the presidents that were racist based on their comments behind closed doors or wherever, and some of the things that they did versus the policies and the job that they performed. I think we got to begin to separate the fact that people trying to get this bread is really about getting this bread, and they don't legally legal, however they can get it. They're doing it with whomever can get them this bread. I think we looking in a small subset to think that, well, they're gonna forego the bread because I'm black. That just, you know, that. But I want you to comment on that, and then I want to play something that actually saddened me that you provided me to help your case.
I provided something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm not really saying that numbers don't speak.
Okay.
It's the playing field is not equal. So if the playing field was equal,
Okay.
then let's see who gets the higher position. Let's see who gets promoted. Let's see. But I'm not saying that if you have to look professional, but when this person can wear shorts because they're a certain race, but I can't wear shorts because I'm a different race. That's what I'm talking about, the inequality, the racism. I'm being judged. If you can have tattoos, you must have been in the military.
Right.
I
That's a
have
good one.
tattoos. I went to
I was in
jail.
the game. Yeah, you was in the game.
Oh,
I was in the
gang,
game.
something like that. That's the stuff I'm talking about. It's
I
not.
got you.
I mean, you should look professional, but why are there two different definitions of it?
Well, let me play this clip, and then y'all give y'all comments in the chat and tell me what y'all think about what he's saying. But I'm gonna play this clip that's gonna help you reinforce that you never safe, you never on base, and it can happen in your own home.
Authorities in Cambridge, Massachusetts have released audio recordings from an incident that sparked a heated national debate on racial profiling. On July 16th, a woman called police to report two men possibly breaking into the home of Black Harvard scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr.
They kind of had to barge in, and they broke the screen door, and they finally got in. And when I had looked, I went closer to the house a little bit after the gentlemen were already in the house. I noticed two suitcases. So I'm not sure if these are two individuals who actually work there, who live there.
You think they might have been breaking?
I don't know.
It turns out that Gates was returning from a trip to China, and the professor and his driver had to force their way through the front door because it was jammed. Officers were dispatched to the home on Harvard University's campus, and a confrontation between Gates and Sergeant James Crowley followed.
The gentleman says he resides here. We're uncooperative, but keep the cars coming. Copy.
The scholar was eventually arrested for disorderly conduct, but Gates has said he believes he was the victim of racial profiling. Police say Gates' behavior was the reason for the arrest, not his race. The charge has since been dropped, and Cambridge officials say there will be no internal investigation, but they do plan to study the incident.
There's going to be a panel of experts, if you will, that are going to be brought together to sort of look at what happened July 16th, really flesh it out, and let's look at the policies and practices and see what needs to be changed.
Okay, first off, I wanted to say, shout out for the ability in this great country to be an amateur detective and call the police and give them your assessment of any criminal situation that you may see. That's what we fought and died for in all these wars. All right, go ahead.
That's what we fought and died for? You could guess the race of that person, right? But not everyone has that right. So there's nothing that needs to be studied. We know what happened because he was a certain race.
Bro, the brother was 79 years old, bro. Like who's daytime breaking and entering front door in their 80s? Like that should have been the first clue. Then him producing his badge and driver's license, why wasn't that good enough?
And
This
then
is a bad example.
He
This is a
doesn't
bad
have
example.
the right to be jet lagged, tired, ready to get home,
right.
take a bubble bath,
Right.
do his face routine. He
Right.
doesn't have the right to do that. And he doesn't have the right to be tired and ready to do that and get irate. He has to remain calm and act a certain way. Where some people can run up in the White House on January 6th
Oh,
and then go home.
So to
not
give a
even
little
the
bit,
House.
to give a little bit, the Capitol is everybody's home. To give a little bit of context, it was a situation where the reason why he got arrested was because he continued to ask for the badge number and name of the officer that responded and came into his home without permission while his driver was there. He was a prominent professor at Harvard.
Right.
Making bread, like he had just come back from China. Like he should have bought out of that type of situation. Yet, as I felt like he was on base, bro. That hurt me. That really bothered me because I didn't have a response to that. Because he, if anybody, being old, being wealthy, and being famous, should have been able to curve off that, but still got cuffed and walked out. They took pictures of him.
Kanye was a billionaire, and the bank called him and said, "We don't want your money. We don't want to keep your money." They denied him to put his money in the bank.
I don't know. That's I don't know, man. If so, here's the situation, because this is where we at this point. And chat, y'all can help me close this out. If I can't buy my way out of this, what choice do I have at this point? Because y'all making it seem like, well, it's being presented as if you do the right things, you make all this money, and even though you a Harvard tenured professor, you can still get this, and they never apologize to him or anything.
They don't have to. Nick Cannon had to apologize. Kevin Hart had to apologize. Just saying.
I just don't want it to be. I think from a political perspective, I think that poverty is a bigger obstacle than racism. And I'm hearing that you feel like they're intertwined in some way, where one of them is keeping the other one afloat. Racism is keeping poverty strong. And that's tough.
Amongst some people, but no matter how you look at them, both things are happening.
Okay.
So it's like somebody driving, swerving, and police pull them over, and they say, "Are you drunk or high?" Both. Like you can be both. But if
It's
you're
the influence.
but if you're a certain color, then you get to go home, and if you're a different color, you don't make it home.
I think those static kind of statements create a situation where it can't be that subjective. I believe it shouldn't be, and it can't be that subjective. I believe, like T.I.'s son just got right, and he was in a nice car. He was a young man, and they profiled him. Okay, I'm not apologizing or qualifying profiling being okay, but it's the de-escalation and the aftermath of that is really a problem that we run into. Because once I show you my black card, and literally my black card, I don't understand why we still having these questions about whether this car is stolen or whether I can afford it. I also don't think regular cops should be detectives in the idea of your financial situation. How does a regular cop know how much a Bugatti costs? How much does you know what I'm saying? You see something shiny with rims on it, you making a lot of assumptions on the fly that's beyond your station, as far as I'm concerned. But in the idea of, I have seen in my life and times where somebody who did have financial means didn't get treated the same, or didn't get the same. They probably felt the same about them, but their actions was aligned with making sure they didn't mess up their bread. You get me? They was making sure when they said the CEO was coming, and then when he walked in, they was like, "Oh, he's the CEO." Nobody was like, "Well, get the hell with that. I don't care." No, they saluted and they stood. You know what I'm saying? It was plenty of people in the United States government that wasn't happy about Barack Obama getting elected, but they respected the position because they pension depended on it. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody's talking about, I'm gonna leave the country. If this one get elected, ain't nobody leaving the country. Is this money supersedes your belief in racism or whatever the case may be, in my opinion. What say you as we close out?
I don't think they really respected the position the way they should have. I think it was a lot of disrespect. It was so many news stations that wouldn't say President Obama. They would say Barack. They didn't respect him as they would have. Now they weren't foolish enough to cut off the money that they were getting, but they didn't respect it like that. I say if you really want to fix this, which they don't, but if you really wanted to, we have the technology out there. We were just talking about this with the kids, AI.
Right.
Why not let AI pick the position, who you hire? Why not let AI determine who goes to jail, who gets the loan? Just let AI look at it. You can look at all the data that a human can, but no, they want the human factor to look at your race to keep that in place.
So let me ask this question to the chat, and y'all can chime in. And if you listen to this on the recording, please comment on this. My question is, if two children were born today, one is black and wealthy, the other is white and poor, which child has better odds to success in the United States of America as currently constructed? Whatever you answer there will let you know kind of what it is, what time it is. So thank y'all for coming in, tuning in, checking out. He got we might have to make a part 2 of this one because
You might have to, because
I
the
just wasn't
question is
convinced.
not fair. But to make it fair, you had to make the white person poor. You couldn't say if two middle class people.
I'm just
white and
asking.
black,
No,
who has the best chance?
Listen,
You
we
pick
said
one
if
sport and one
it's
extreme.
it's an either or. It's an either or extreme at this point because it's a wealthy black person, an opulent, oligarch black person, and then a poor white person.
You have to make them wealthy just to make it even. People think about it. That should tell you what's going on in this country.
All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, bro, for coming in, stepping in, and making it happen. We want to make sure that y'all check out the other shows that we have. Need to Know, Pull Up, Speak Up, and A Mixed Executive Perspective, hosted by Grace Food and Corey. You know what I'm saying? Many shows, many different perspectives, but one mission: make the uncomfortable conversations comfortable. We want to remind you to tackle our framework and how we dig into less, LESS. Our goal here is to eliminate all forms of discrimination. And so in order to do that, we want to educate and make sure that you embrace less. We want you to learn, empathize, share, and stop racism wherever you can. So absolutely do that every chance you get. And as always, we're not here to tell you how to think. We'll tell you how deeply to think about the things that you're thinking about. So like, comment, and subscribe. Until next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Tell a friend and tell a friend, and we'll see you then.